You could never sneakily record anymore because she just dobs you in, didn't she?
Yeah.
You hear her? Such a dobber. Okay, right. Oh, someone else is coming in. Oh, it's Gemma. Hey, Gemma, hi. Right, let me just go to the vision. Right. Bear with me, everybody. All right. Hi, Gemma. Right, Gemma, I was just saying there's a few extra faces in here this week, which is amazing. So I'm just going to refresh over the vision and then move forward with the plan. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So, phase 1 was that. This is what we did, phase 1. Regina, you're in there somewhere.
Yeah, by the big balloon, actually. It's not a balloon, big boobs.
So let me just skim through here.
It was so much fun.
It was. We were crazy. It was funny. We were naughty girls, but we loved it. So phase 2 is going to be on the 1st of September, Wednesday, 12 noon is when we expect to do the big ta-da! Now this time, I had a vision, which is instead of a big boob that we could get arrested for, we can wear baby boobs. And me and Lisa, we call this the baby boob event because they can't stop you wearing something anywhere. So this is what it looks like front and back. I, at the moment, have 20 of these. I've got a giant big one, which I put on today, which I'm going to show you a video. It was quite hard to get on, but I put it on today. And then we've got the T-shirts. But the vision is this time is we all go to Facebook and we all stand in front of Facebook. So at the moment, I've obviously computer imposed myself. I've computer imposed myself in front of Facebook, but this is only 11 boobs and I've got 20 boobs. But we'll talk about this later, whether I need to order any more or not, or whether this is going to be enough for us. So that was what we covered last time. And what I wanted, or what we wanted, was music, which is why Michelle's here as well, because Michelle is an incredible singer. So music, opera, choir, anything, we need to make it powerful. I would still love to learn sign language for This Is Art. I think it would be nice. I've discovered that it's only a 15-minute walk to Instagram, and I think it'd be cool if we could manage to get that. These are easy to walk in. It's the brown boob is a hard one to move around in. You'll see today. And we talked about, I want it filmed and we want drones. I want the whole thing recorded from every angle because I've got a film guy that can put, who's going to actually put a fly on the wall documentary together for us. So it's going to be at noon in every country, but I'm thinking that it's going to be hard to do a lot of countries on the same day. So I was just loosely talking to Julie because Julie is based in New York, and obviously you've got Diane and Pamela. I don't know whether you wanted to get involved on the New York side and whether it's worth. We'll talk about this in a minute, but I don't want to lump everything on you, Julie, and I'm not going to. But there's two sides that need planning, so let's see how that rolls. And basically, we want it kept simple. So if you're going to wear a boob, then wear either skin colored trousers or white skinny jeans. I don't want, and Regina will remember this from before, we all had to wear black coats. I just want it classy and simple. So that's what we discussed last time. Is everybody okay with that? Mm-hmm. Cool. So, let me just go through this. So this is obviously the second Zoom announcement now. So the last one, I'm going to actually stop this a minute. stop share so that we can see each other. The last meeting oh, hi Kelly. I thought I let you in, I wasn't sure. So Kelly, I just refreshed because there's some new faces in. So last time we spoke about a few things that we needed to look into, which was singing, which was where we get changed in London, and balloons, because we were thinking of getting helium balloons and face masks. But there's a few things I just want to announce before we go on to the next part, because something interesting has happened in my world, and I just want to let you know what's going on. And then I've got a list of things that we need to think about so that we can make a clearer plan. Am I being too much of a dictator?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
I woke up this morning thinking, must get my plan together. You have all these crazy ideas. You're like, this needs a plan. Okay, so let me go back to what I want to announce from what's happened in the last 3 weeks. So the first announcement that I wanted to make is that I have been hustling, or I have been networking with people in rooms, and I've managed to get two contacts within social media that want to make a change for us. They want to change it. I've had a lot of conversations, and I won't go into too much detail, but they seem like they are hearing our cause. And the thing is, the whole time for me doing the whole boob thing was about no one ever spoke to us, and I just wanted someone to come and hear how hard it is for us. So now they're listening, it kind of threw a massive spanner in the works, because I was like, that's all we've ever been calling for. But I have messaged them and said, look, we are organising a protest. I've been straight up with them because they're looking at my account and they're going to see me in a giant boob. So I've been straight up with them and said, we are organising a protest and it's going to be big. But I would love to turn that into a celebration. So, you know, I sort of thought, a part went through my head that I was like, we have to carry on with this, because what if 2 weeks down the line they don't do anything, or, you know, so I'd like your thoughts on it, really. So I thought, let's carry on, because I tell you what, we could have the biggest celebration. We could do everything that we wanted to do. We can still promote ourselves. We can still allow other women to know that we're out here. But this time we can say, thank you, social media. You listened to us. So do we agree that we just carry on the way we're going?
Yes, definitely.
Here, here.
Most definitely. Yeah.
I recognise Shauna's voice a mile off. Okay, cool. Because that's what I thought, because I didn't want to put anything on hold. And it's quite nice now that I've got a contact. I've got two contacts, to the degree that, well, this sounds, you know, I'm a lover, not a fighter, and I don't really like a protest. I just want what's right for people. I think now that we're even
be up further.
We're even closer.
Back.
I'm just going to mute you, Shauna. We're even closer to being able to get what we want, because we can say we've spoken to somebody, if that makes sense. So we stick to the plan, but I just wanted to let you know, I wanted to be straight up with you and just let you know that it could very well be a humongous celebration, which would still be just as brilliant. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right. Okay, let me get back to, I feel like I'm Prime Minister or something. Oh, woo! I'm sweating and everything. Vicky doesn't sweat. I talked in my third person for a weird moment, and as well. Do you know, let me tell you also, I can't tell you how beautiful and nice they have been in Facebook and Instagram. And they are trying to find a way. That's the feeling I get. So, you know, it is beautiful, because One thing that I did say, because I was asking for the pictures to be blurred so that we didn't offend anybody. Let me stop sharing a minute because I want to see you. I was saying, can we not have the option for our images to be blurred so that we don't offend anybody? Like, say when they're eating their dinner, they don't want to see lots of boobs maybe. But she said to me, Instagram allow post-mastectomy pictures. If somebody doesn't want to see your work, they unfollow you. It's as simple as that. The biggest problem is getting around the algorithm. And there's a few things that I've been talking to people about, and there's a few things I've been looking at, and we just need to work out how we can stop the algorithm pulling our images up. So, right, let me get back to what I was doing. Don't know, but I think now's the time we need to push the boundaries just a little bit and just see how much evidence is the wrong word, just to see what happens, because we need to show them and we need to go to them. So if you can, then try, but I completely understand if your business runs through it, then don't block yourself so that you can't work. But if you've got like a second account, so I know I've got a second account, Kelly's got a second account, Gemma, I don't know if you've got a second account, but my second account, I'm pushing it hard because I've got another account. So that's what I would just like us to try and get blocked to see what happens. Like, obviously, so long as it's not your own boobs or some random, it has to be your work.
Yeah.
Obviously. So this is what I wanted to, this is the update. So I wanted to talk about the social media. I've done that. I wanted to talk about, actually, let me shut this down a minute because I can put that to one side. I was wondering what you guys think about this. Do you want us to set up a WhatsApp group? Would a WhatsApp group be easier than checking emails? I just wondered, because Lisa, you mentioned it last time.
Yeah, I think
yes.
so.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
shall I? Because a lot of the emails that I'm sending out to people, I check, a lot of them aren't even getting opened.
No.
So let me just think, how am I going to gather everybody's phone numbers? Can everybody Facebook me? Is that possible?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if everybody can Facebook me their phone numbers, then I will add you to I've already got a Stand Up to Facebook WhatsApp group, which was the one from before. So I'll just put us all in that. Yeah. What I will do also is I will keep with the emails as well, because I know sometimes the only thing with WhatsApp, if there's been lots of conversations, you're like this for ages and you may have missed something. So I will keep the WhatsApp going and I will keep the emails going. Has anybody got any comments on that? Okay, I was going to talk about New York because I know Julie, because we wanted to do it in New York as well. Julie's moving business, moving everything. What are we thinking about doing New York? The Americans in the room and the Canadians, do you want to join the New York, or shall we just really narrow down for London and support on the back end? Do you know what I'm saying? Any thoughts?
Do you have anybody lined up for LA or no?
No, Kelly, how did...
Yeah, Casey said he's in.
He said he's in. Okay, so then, Lisa, are you taking notes or am I?
Yeah, no, I've got some here. Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to... Oh, actually, this is recorded anyway, so I can just watch it back.
Okay.
Okay, so, Pamela, where are you?
I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Is that anywhere near LA or New York?
Back dab in the middle.
Oh, yeah. You're Canada, right?
Yeah, West Coast, like Shauna.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. You could do a Canada one.
We can do Vancouver, Victoria. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
West.
All right. I'll tell you what.
Vicky, we do have like I said, I haven't reached out to them yet, and I apologize, but there are a handful in the New York area. You know, there's Elsa Teresiani, Angela Teresiani. I both do areola. Does Amy Kernahan is New York and Pennsylvania, the city and Pennsylvania. She does a lot of areola. So for sure, I mean, they're in the city. So, you know, if we can get other people from the East Coast as well.
Okay, cool. Okay, so
but I'll leave that up to you. I'll leave that up to you if you want to do it.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, here's what we're going to do, because in 3 weeks' time, we're going to know a whole lot more, whether it's a celebration or, do you know what I mean? So why don't we, again, in 3 weeks' time, by which, Kelly, would you be able to reach out more to, can I delegate to you, Casey?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. And then Diane and Shauna, maybe could you chat to see whether you want to do Vancouver?
Sure.
Okay. But what we'll do is we will keep it at London, and we will just get the feel for whether we have enough for America. And then in 3 weeks' time, because we've still got loads of time, I can't tell you how I organised my big event within 2 weeks. So I'm sort of planning really, really early, but we've got pretty much everything we need. And the thing is, Lisa will tell you this, is you don't need your PR team in too early anyway, do you?
No, not at all. Couple of weeks before, 3 weeks maybe.
Okay, so you know we're still in June and it's not till September the 1st. So okay, let's just get the wheels turning. And the good thing is once I set up the WhatsApp group, it will be easier for us to communicate rather than logging on and everything else. And I think that'll be a lot easier. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is balloons, but do we need to worry about the balloons right now? No. I was going to say about the, let me screen share. I was going to say about the changing room. That's one thing that does worry me. Well, the orders, again, who wants what and everything else, and the changing rooms. When I say changing rooms, no matter what, I need to find a place where we can go to put this stuff on, because it's too big. You're going to see in a minute, I'm going to show you me putting the big brown one on. It's too big to just do it on a coach or to do it in the street. I really want to find somewhere. So shall I delegate myself that one to find a bloody changing room?
In a park.
In a park, or I was wondering whether it's worth just approaching a hotel and just saying what we're doing, and they might donate us a conference room or something. You know, I'm all in for, let's just ask and see what happens. If anybody knows anything or anywhere that's near London that's got a big enough space where we can get together so then we can put everything on before we go, brilliant. If I don't hear from you, then I will start looking myself.
I asked about in Great Portland Street, but they've just moved premises now to Harley Street, and they don't want people in their new reception.
No, I don't blame them, and we'll be rowdy and noisy and giggly and all the things that you're meant to be when you do something naughty. What
about a restaurant? Or like because there's a restaurant across the road from where I work in Harley Street, and it's or near Harley Street, Great Portland Street, called Ibeca, and they've got a massive like gathering room at the top, which they don't use. Definitely not in the day.
Regina, I agree, and you got me thinking. Do you remember when we did the Big Boob? That restaurant next door came and bought us all out coffees and stuff because we were cold.
Yeah, correct.
I'm wondering.
I can't remember what it was.
Asking them if we can use in there. They might do, just somewhere, because it was a little side street. They were a beautiful little place, and it was cold, wasn't it? It was November. They came and gave us all coffees for free to warm us up.
Yeah, but now with COVID, it might be a little bit more complicated, I guess. It was a very small, well, it was not that small coffee shop, actually.
All right, I might try and find a conference room nearby that I can say, look, can I just hire your conference room for an hour? That's all we're asking for. An hour, get our stuff on and go. Once we've done it, we can just drag that stuff on the floor. I don't care.
Just make sure you all can fit through the doors after you get everything on.
Yeah.
This is the thing, because the one that you saw, I can't fit through the door. Let me show you the one that I put on today, because I couldn't even walk around my garden with it on because it's massive. So, oh, hold on. I've got people coming in. How do I let them in? Hold on. I need someone to help me here. Someone's waiting to come in. I heard them. No, they've come in.
Me.
Who said me?
Vicky. My Wi-Fi keeps going. It's terrible.
You and that Zoom.
I know. Where's the Wi-Fi this time?
Okay, so this was me today, and you might be impressed with my trickery. Apparently, my son said it's so old news, but anyway, I was proud of myself. These are the T-shirts. Now, they're not brilliant, and the light was shining right on me, but these are the T-shirts that I've had made. Let me turn this up so you can hear. I'm going to show you my new T-shirts for our event in September. Yeah!
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, they look amazing.
Love it. Great.
Oh, dear.
So, I'll say something in a minute, actually. Small. That's a small. I am an F cup. I am an F cup. And that's a small.
Okay.
Size 12. Probably size 12 to 14. UK 12 to 14, that's not American. So these are the T-shirts. They're okay. They're a bit shiny. I can adapt them. I can change them. But sometimes I'm like, do you know what? When you haven't got a bright light in front of you, it does look like boobs. So they are the T-shirts. They're actually really good quality T-shirts. So they've turned up. Oh, okay. So this is just me this morning.
What did your neighbor? Do you have neighbors to peek over the fence?
Well, this has turned up. Yeah, this turned up, and I hadn't tried putting it on, and I thought, how hard is this to put on? So actually, the next video you're going to see.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It's like a minion.
Yeah, like Mike Wazowski off of Monsters.
Yeah.
So, but it was easy to do. The only thing you can look through is this tiny little hole here. So,
Okay.
So I think one of them is enough. I think if I get any more than one, it's going to be too hard to move around. So whoever wants to be inconspicuous and doesn't want to be seen at all, take the brown boob. And then, so that's, oh yeah, so, and then, so look how much easier these are for moving around in. So I've got 20 of these. I've got one of the brown boobs. I can order more, but again,
I like the zipper in the back.
I think we're okay for about another 3 weeks when we know more on numbers. And then singers. Now, Michelle is in this room. I had the pleasure, and she's allowing me to say, I had the pleasure of working on Michelle last week. And oh my God, I feel like I'm going to cry already. Yeah. And she is the most incredible singer. And you're going to listen to this. And I'm telling you now, Michelle's voice is so flipping loud. Honestly, I think the whole street heard. And Michelle, do you want to, where are you?
I'm here. Hey.
Yes. Michelle,
yes.
You've been in a band, you do singing, you can write. I mean, Michelle's even thinking of writing something for us.
The idea, so having spoken to Vicky about what was happening and she explained everything to me, I said to her, why don't we write an anthem? Why don't we collaborate? Because she knows what she wants. She's got the idea of the vision and exactly what the message to portray. I can write the music. I can sing it. I've got I've access to musicians. So some kind of an anthem like that's inspirational, that's strong, that's powerful. that sends a message of hope and of, because as Vicky just mentioned there, I am a cancer survivor, and if it wasn't for the work of Vicky on whatever day it was, Wednesday or Thursday, I wouldn't be feeling whole again, because that was kind of the last part of my survival story. I've had the mastectomy, I've had all the shite that goes with it, with the chemo and everything that happens, and I've been rebuilt again. I've managed to have a reconstruction, and the last little bit was having the 3D nipple tattooing. So a really powerful moment for me when I met Vicky, and even though I'd seen her work and everyone had told me how brilliant she was, to actually experience it and to be able to stand there and look at myself and feel, oh my God, I feel whole again, is phenomenal. And I know that a lot of you, I don't know all your stories, but I know a lot of you, that's what your job is, and that's what you're doing for women and other people who need reconstruction in some shape or form, whether it's scar revision or whatever it is. And I think we need to be heard, and what better way if I can, create something, talking about this is art, music is art as well. If I can create something and blast it through the streets of London, that's what I thought. That's why I'm here, because I said to Vicky, let's just do that. So at the moment, I've already spoken with another friend of mine, a brilliant musician as well, and we're coming up with some ideas. We should have something fleshed out maybe next week. I've had a busy day today with other things, but the idea, we've talked about it, we've thrashed out a few things. Some of the big iconic moments like This Is Me from The Greatest Showman, those kind of powerful anthem ballads, if you like, that are classics that can, be, we can remember this moment. And so, as you talk about this whole idea of celebration, it's about victory and about, putting ourselves on the map, if you like, and, really, really allowing the moment to be celebrated. So that's the idea. That's the idea. I'm going to do my best to create something special and something that is iconic and that we can be remembered for. And like I said to Vicky already, leave it with me. I can get a group of people together. I've done lots of work with kids because I'm a teacher as well, in terms of flash mobs and just turning up in places and just taking over shopping centres, and I've done some stuff like that, and I've lived around the world, so I've done it in different countries. So anything is possible. And music really can tell a story and really can, can empower people. So I can also have access to a recording studio at school, so hopefully I'll be able to record it, and we maybe be able to even make some money for charity. We'll see we've got lots of kind of ideas. Number one is getting the song ready and getting a really good anthem that we can all kind of think, yes, this is exactly what we want to tell people. So
we could all go on it and just absolutely ruin it with our voices.
No, but you talked about, you did have a little bit there about a choir. We could. I've said this in my career. I've only ever come across maybe 2 people that I could actually say are tone deaf and who cannot sing. Most people, it's about confidence and it's about feeling, because your voice is so personal. It's not like an instrument that you can just say, okay, it's the violin or the guitar and you can just shove it to the side. It's the strings. It's a lot of singing is psychological. I mean, there's obviously a physiological side to it as well, but there is a lot of psychology involved in it. And it's about confidence. There is nothing to say that we, as a group of women, couldn't learn the chorus and join in on the chorus, and we could do that. Could be something quite powerful as well. Obviously, if it's not something you're comfortable with, there's no but it is something down the track that we could, there was some kind of a chorus that was,
We give Kelly the triangle.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I said I'm quite good on a triangle or the recorder.
Or drum. We were talking about big drums as well, weren't we, Michelle?
Yeah. We've got lots of, we could do a call and response type of rhythmic kind of, there's lots of ideas. But so I'm just working on things at the moment, being creative and seeing what I can come up with.
Okay. So
and I'll keep letting you know what happens anyway. So that's it.
That's beautiful. I understand that you have a lot going on in your life. I understand that. So even if I'm going to play a little piece that you sang for me in a minute. Even if you can just sing The Greatest Showman with your voice, impressive. And I don't want to lay all of the pressure on you, because
honestly, it's no pressure at all.
We can bring other singers in as well, just to share the load. We can see how everything is in 3 weeks' time, because we'll do this every 3 weeks till we get there. So because I know that you're a busy woman, and I know that you've got a lot going on in your life, and I don't want to add to that pressure. But if it's something that lights you up, bring it.
Well, this is it. This music is my lifeline for me, and it keeps me really motivated and so positive. It has such a positive effect on my mental health. So it's actually giving me something to really look forward to.
Excellent. Did you put those guitars up just before the Zoom came on?
This is my dining room. You can see I've got a harp there and a couple of guitars. There's one missing because my son's got it. Yeah, we play. We've got a lot of I've got a lot of instruments and a lot of things. Music is a big part of this house.
Can you play a boob? Can you play the harp in a giant boob? You won't be able to. Okay,
Vicky, I forgot a poem that one of my clients wrote, who was a breast cancer survivor. Unfortunately, the breast cancer came back, and she actually passed away about a couple of months ago. But I was just, I'll send it to you, Vicky. It's lovely. It's a really, really nice poem, and I think she was actually quite a good client of mine. I did her brows for years, and I knew her before that as well. But I think she'd really appreciate it if it's something that's.
I think that's
brilliant. That could be very powerful if you send that. And Vicky, if you could share it with me, then I could have a look at it.
It's really nice. It's really
and do you know what? It'll be so nice. And I know for the people that are in here that have had cancer, it doesn't mean that that's going to happen to every single one of us, does it? It's just, it was her time. It was her time. So it's no one else's time, because we're too busy for it to be anybody else's time. Not a plan. But let's use that poem and super special if we can take some. That's beautiful. Thank you, Gemma. That'd be lovely.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll send it over.
Yeah. Excellent. Or we could even speak it if it doesn't tie into the song. Then when we're there, we can actually just read it out as her poem.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go back to our special singer now.
Oh my God, are you actually going to play it?
Do you not want me to?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know why I look like though. It was pretty rough, I think.
Well, let me just say, this was immediately after I'd finished doing your tattooing. We were all emotional. There's a tissue on the table. But
that's hilarious.
Over the rainbow sky, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream, they really do come true. If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Woo!
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
It was one of Mother's favorite.
Crying over here.
So I said to Vicky, because she gave me a beautiful crystal, and we had such an amazing, it was a fantastic afternoon for me. And I said to Vicky, I'm going to do something for you now. And she said, what? And I said, I'm going to sing for you. That's how it happened.
The one you didn't see, I was filming it behind. I was going like that, weren't I? I swear, through the computer and everything else, the power that comes out of Michelle's voice, she does not need a microphone. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. And then, so I think what we'll do is we will, let me just see if there's anything else. So I just wanted to end with the vision. Oh, yes. This is what I've done at the end so that we can actually make notes and move forward instead of just keep talking. Because I'm a talker and I'm like, we've got to make plans. So I've highlighted in the pink what we need to do. So for the social media, people that have only just come in the room and missed the bit at the beginning, we need to try, if you can, to post. If it's going to ruin your business too much, then don't risk it. But if you're prepared to risk it, let's see if we can get blocked. And if you have trouble, send it to me, because I've got a contact at the moment that I can't guarantee, but I'm hoping I can say, look, see, this person's been blocked. Can you sort that out? This person's been blocked. What we need is to prove now. We need to try and get blocked. And I'm hoping a lot of you won't, because there's been a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, that's that bit. The next thing was, are we doing London? Yes or no? But we've already discussed this. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up the WhatsApp group, and we're going to really put the feelers out to see who's interested in what country. So before we meet again in 3 weeks' time, we need to know whether it's a goer or whether we just funnel down on London and you guys support social media wise, and then maybe we'll do New York another time. I don't know. What I am aware of is that we're all super busy, and I don't want to put pressure on you, because I know there's a lot of work involved in doing this. So let's just think about it again. In 3 weeks' time, it's, are we doing New York? Are we doing Toronto? Are we doing LA? Yes or no? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've spoken balloons. What's the plan? The plan is we'll talk about balloons in 3 weeks' time. We were going to have helium balloons, because I was aware that I've made a lot of white skin boobs, and I've only got one brown skin big boob. So we were going to get some brown skin helium balloons. There wasn't any reason why I only made white skin boobs. It's just in China, they were causing me so much grief. I went to them to get another colour one, and it was just costing me an absolute fortune every time I needed a sample. So I was like, right, forget that. But I want to even out the skin tones. So we can talk about the balloons again in 3 weeks' time, can't we? Kelly, you had a contact, didn't you?
Yeah, I did write to them and just to see if they would give us a discount in doing it, but they can't.
That's okay. I don't care about a discount. I'd rather, do you know, I throw everything at someone. If it's going to look good, then I don't care.
What about the person you mentioned last time, the apprentice person who had the business?
Yeah, she didn't get back to me, Sarah. So I've messaged her a couple of times, and she's read the message, but nothing.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Right before I did boob the first time, I was like, oh my God, it's going to rain. Let's get some umbrellas made. And I managed to get those made really quickly, and it wasn't too expensive. At the end of the day, I don't think balloons are going to be that expensive. What we can do, in 3 weeks' time, we'll plan the balloons. I don't think they're going to be hard to make. And even if we don't have them, we've got enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the lady who will make the balloons, because also I looked into having the masks made.
Mm-hmm.
So to have like basically a face mask, obviously, because we all have to wear them now, with the word on the front of how someone feels from having the areola done, like just different types of words. So without speaking, we've got a visual thing, and then we can also possibly hand them out. I don't know how it goes with COVID, but we could also possibly hand them out if we wanted to. And they'll do those as well. And I'm at the moment, I'm waiting for a sample of the 2 different skin tones they got, but I tried to go for more kind of, slightly darker skin tone.
I agree. Kelly, can you do me a favour before 3 weeks' time?
Yep.
Can you ask them how much lead time they need on making the masks and making the balloons? Because at least then we know where we're going.
Sure.
Because it might just be 2 weeks.
Sure. Yeah. I'm going to do it right now.
Okay. Same, what I was going to do is with the orders on who wants to order a t-shirt, who wants to order a boob, I'm doing the same. I'm waiting for my China people to come back to me just to give me how long do I need if all of a sudden I need 50 more boobs. So again, I will know more in 3 weeks. The changing room, I'm calling it the changing room but the room we get changed in London. So we haven't figured this out in New York or LA yet, but that's something I need to look into. And I'm gonna, before we speak again, because I've put it out on here, I'm making myself accountable. I'm going to have found a location, and I don't think it's going to be a lot of money if I say, look, we only need a reception hall for like an hour, just so that we can dump our stuff, get our gear on, so that we're not all half inflated, half not inflated, walking down the road. Singers, obviously Michelle, how many, what we're doing. I think personally we probably don't need to sing for more than an hour, but you can always then put it on a loop. So if Michelle, if you're up for doing some singing, brilliantly.
Yeah.
But also I think it's quite a lot for you to do in one go as well, that if you had other people that wanted to sing or anybody else.
I'll reach out, get a little bit of a kind of a rota happening, and I'll let you know. Yeah, I'm really happy to take that on. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then that's brilliant. Delegated that. And then the final thing I wanted to ask was, Kelly, who was it that said it only takes 15 minutes to walk to Instagram? I know who it was. Oh my God, how can I not remember her name? Oh, this is terrible. She's going to watch this as well. I'm so sorry. You know what I'm like with names. I'm terrible with names. Anyone who I've trained, I always call them by their initials. Okay. Apparently, it only takes 15 minutes to walk to Instagram.
Okay.
So if nothing changes, we take our sweet little round butts and we walk to Instagram. But whoever's in the big brown boob, you seriously got to guide them, because it's really hard to see in that thing. We might even let that one down, to be fair. Let it down and then re-inflate it again when we get somewhere else, because it's very hard to see out of like a 4 centimetre hole. You can't see anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope we've moved forward from 3 weeks ago. I got this morning, I thought, have we moved forward from 3 weeks ago? Well, we have with regards to, I've made contact within social media, but I think I'm a planner, and I'm planning for the sake of planning when I think we're planned. Am I right? I'm not just planning for the sake of planning, because I feel like we need to keep planning.
So Vicky,
yeah.
We're happy now we don't need a choir or anything.
Michelle, do we need a choir?
Do you have you got a link with somebody, or?
Well, I said to Vicky I had a link, and I managed to have a link with the only choir that are helping Facebook with their choir. So they were kind of a bit of a clash.
So could you, is there somebody, a contact there that you could maybe give to me, and I could, once I knew what was happening musically, I'm really happy to have another choir involved.
Yeah,
and we could collaborate.
I messaged her this afternoon, and she said that because the choirs haven't been able to practice,
sing,
still can't practice. That particular choir just does musical theatre, but then you're saying about the Greatest Showman, so. But they're meant to be going somewhere else. But she suggested rock choir in London, because there's lots of different ones, different parts of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you actually needed anything else, or if you were happy just to have some people with
you.
Well,
I'm really happy to have the more the merrier. And if there's a choir that's well established in London and has a big following, I mean, it won't do us any harm to involve them. Okay. If you wanted to give me
London City Voices or the rock choir and see if I can get hold of anyone.
Brilliant.
If you want me to.
Yeah. That's fabulous. I think why not, you know?
Shall I, if I get hold of someone, shall I link them with you, Michelle?
That'd be brilliant. Yeah. Do you want me to, if you you have what have you got belonging to me, Vicky? Have you got my email address? You must.
Yes, what I'm going to do is make a big WhatsApp. And
great.
What you could do, Fiona and Michelle, you could then connect with each other.
That's what we'll do. Perfect.
That works, don't it? That's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
I think Kelly wanted to say something.
Yeah, I've got a lady who's an opera singer, who's a professional opera singer. She was interested, and she gave me another number of another lady who's actually quite a famous opera singer, apparently, who's actually had breast cancer. But I haven't actually contacted her yet. But that might, if you're interested, that might be an option.
Yeah, I'm telling you, especially if we want an hour of music, we can all kind of loop and do different things.
And then
and
sorry,
it takes the pressure off. It takes the pressure off you then as well, and you can, because I would imagine, Michelle, you're quite like me, a bit of an organizer. You'll be like, I can imagine you with those.
Yes.
You have the stick.
Oh yeah, I conduct.
And then the one other person which I haven't got in contact with yet, I don't know if you can hear me, is a lady called, she's quite famous, her name's Arlo Parks. Is massive basically, and she's a young girl who's a singer. I haven't got in contact with her yet, but she's one of my patients, not to do with breast cancer, but she might possibly do something.
Okay. Why don't you make the connection, because you're the one who knows these people, and then loop me into it, because then you can kind of hand it over, because musically I can kind of take over, but if you can make the initial contact and so that they know what's happening, because you're the one who... Where's she gone? Oh, she's there. I thought you were gone.
She jumped underneath you now.
Yeah. If that makes sense, Kelly, if you're happy to do that, because as I said, the more the merrier, and particularly if we're drawing some names as well, where we can get even more publicity.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes, exactly, because you know what, we could funk it up with a little bit of beat, with a little bit of opera. I get all excited.
Fabulous.
Music. I love music. I've bored Michelle with my random music already on WhatsApp.
No, it was great.
Okay, so I think anybody want to say anything else or have any questions? I'm well aware of your details. Because
I'm already blocked.
What, right
I'm
now?
already banned. I'm allowed back tomorrow.
I have an areola tomorrow.
Emma, can you send me anything that you've got that's blocked you now?
Yeah.
Because I can email them tomorrow.
It just says you're allowed to comment again on the 8th of, I'll send it to you now, on the 8th of June. I took a screenshot of it earlier.
Okay, maybe
There we
those
go.
names don't say any, well, if you try to block, then just, I'm sorry if you did. If you try to post, then I'm sorry. And if it's too risky, don't.
No, it's fine. Can you see that?
Was it a boob image?
Yeah. It was a bum boob. Yeah, I did a lady's, did you see? Yeah, it was her husband to support her. So he wanted a nipple on his bum. Oh. So it wasn't, I suppose it was nudity, but it wasn't like, you couldn't see anything. It was, it was just.
I saw it. It's, what you did was fine. So yeah, and you only resorted to using a bottom because you thought that wouldn't get you blocked, right?
Yeah, but to be honest, they blocked me, and then I appealed it, and then they sent a message and said, "Oh, we see you are within the guidelines," but they wouldn't let me comment. But they're letting me post a picture, but they're not letting me comment to anyone. It's really weird. I've never had that before. I'm either blocked or I'm not blocked, but this is like half.
So do you know, does anybody know anybody within Facebook? Because this is the way my mind has been going. Does anyone watch The Social Experiment on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started to watch how the algorithm and everything works, and I really want to understand how this machine works, so that when we speak, we know what we're on about, if you see what I mean. So I started taking down all the names within that. I took down all the names within that documentary, and I thought, I'm just going to reach out to everybody and just see if there's anybody that can help, because it seems to me that Facebook, from what I can gather, it's like it's grown a brain of its own, and the algorithm is just randomly pulling things out. So but I am also aware that Instagram is very familiar with the TikTok watermark. So if Instagram sees a TikTok watermark come up, it won't allow it to go on the feed. Wow. So I'm calling for us to have our own watermark. If we have our own watermark, then we can still post. Whoever manages that, I don't know, but or our own blue tick or our own something. And I don't think it's that hard to do. I am aware that Facebook or Instagram tend to do things when money's involved, but I genuinely in my heart believe they want to do something because it's right and it's good. And that's the vision, and that's the energy I'm keeping with it. I really think we're going to be able to change this. We just keep going until we can. So, but yeah. So send me anything you got, Gemma. I will email them tomorrow. Can you tell me exactly what happened, and I will email them tomorrow. And I know you're out tomorrow now, but at least it's a good example of how flipping frustrating it is for us, because you can't work on your business now for 30 days.
No, well, it's been 30 days. Like I say, I'm allowed back tomorrow. I can post a picture and I can post on my Instagram and it goes onto my Facebook because it's linked. However, I did post, well, it was something booby, but it didn't go on my business page.
Yeah.
So I can post pictures of whatever, but anything boob isn't automatically getting put on there. It's really weird.
So, and the thing is, like, say Michelle, or you know, there's other people in this room as well, I won't say your names out loud, that actually wanted to reach out to you and say, do you know what, I'm ready to have my areola tattooed. You cannot flip in reply. And I think that is the worst thing, because it's like you feel like they think you don't care, but your hands are tied. There's nothing you can do. And that's the most frustrating part about it.
Yeah, cool. I'm on where I live on the island. There isn't anyone else that does areola tattooing, and they added me onto it. It's called an Apple Blossom group, Facebook group of just women just only doing areola tattooing, and I'm sorry, only women that have had breast cancer. And they put me in it, and they've all gone, "This is Gem," and done a post. And I've messaged one of my clients and said, "Can you please just comment for me?" Because they probably think I'm being really rude by not even writing on there saying thank you for, you know, addressing it. And it's horrible, isn't it? So I don't want them to think I'm just ignoring it.
I know, and it's such a big thing for a woman to reach out finally as well, and that's the thing. That's the thing. So we have to make this change somehow, or we just have to make such a scene that the whole world will know about us, just because we're not going anywhere. My second option is we make our own Facebook, but that takes a lot of money. But it's definitely doable. Okay, so shall we come back here all again in 3 weeks' time?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's see what 3 weeks' time is. Does it work for everybody, 3 weeks' time? Kelly, is this time all right for you? Is this time all right? Because I know Kelly's got children. She's gone. 1, 2, 3.
The 28th of June.
Yes, the 28th.
Vicky, that is literally one of our moving days. We're moving Prettyology that week, so I'll watch the video after. But I wanted to say the Teresianis, Angela, who formerly Angela Gates, and Elsa Teresiani they're both in. I've been going back and forth with them, so they're in. If we do New York, they're in.
Okay, let's do
Mike's message as well, and he's in.
Yes. Who's in?
Casey.
Coming to America. Okay, so everybody, and Julie, you know I love you with all my heart. I can always jump on WhatsApp and have a chat with you, and with anybody. I can happily fill you in. I understand you're moving your business to a beautiful location, and it's so important.
It's so exciting.
So exciting. New beginnings. I love it. So are we saying, is 8 o'clock on June the 28th pretty much okay for everybody?
Yeah, a bit late because I've got a client, but it's all right just to jump on after halfway through.
Sugar. And I've recorded this now as well, so I'm just going to literally just put this straight on my YouTube. So then what I'll do is I'll go to my Facebook once I've done it and say recording of the Zoom, click here, so that you can always find it. All right.
Okay, I'll try and work extra quick and get, you know.
I might change it. Done next week. What was I going to say? Also, please remember to all send me your phone numbers to my Facebook. The Vicky that's got Unstoppable above my head in green, that one. Because at least then I can add you. I will email you all as well. But let me just write Facebook meeting. Facebook meeting. Perfect. You're in. It's a date.
Vicky, can I just quickly ask you something?
Yes, I look really good for 25.
Yeah, I'm just all new to this. Obviously, I'm just taking note with what Gemma was saying with being blocked from Facebook. Obviously, like I say, I've only done 2 areola tattooing, absolutely loving it, and I've just got a thing from Facebook that my photo's been taken down. You know, like it says I've gone against guidelines. So is that the same as being blocked? Like I say, it's all new. I've never had that before. Is that the same, or
what's going to happen? You get a warning. You'll get blocked, or they'll tell you to take it down. Then what they'll do is they will stop you from posting. If you post again, they will stop you posting for 24 hours.
Right.
And then it might be 3 days. And then it gets to, eventually they will take your rights away to reply for 30 days. And the most frustrating thing is it looks like you're live. To everybody else, it looks like you've just gone on holiday and you can't be bothered to do your social anymore. No one else knows. Mm-hmm. One thing I would say, anything that you post, always put at the top, post mastectomy pictures or breast cancer, because when you appeal it, hopefully they'll see quicker and they might reinstall you quicker. But yeah, but did you, whatever you get, Maria, can you screenshot it and send it to me as well? Because that's you know, your card's been marked. So the next time that you're now known as someone that's doing pornographic images. So they're going to keep looking at you then.
Well, the one that's been removed is actually the one on my business page, but the one on a personal profile is at the minute still on. It's just the one on my business page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know it's random. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I wonder if it's people complaining. I used to do this thing where I would only post at 3 a.m. I would wait till 3 a.m. and post, because I felt like it was someone who was watching it. About if you did it at tea time, I think people are like, I don't want to look at that when I'm eating my dinner. So they're just like, this offends me. I don't know. It's frustrating.
Yes, yeah.
I want to add something, Vicky. The last 2 years on my Facebook, I mean, they've put me in jail for weeks and weeks and weeks. And for some reason now, you know, I try to post. Now they don't put me in jail. So the post stays. So I'm pretty lucky. Each time I post, it stays. But I found that each time I posted, and, you know, last year, there I was having a warning. I appeal right away and I post another one, not the same picture, but another areola right after. So of course they appeal, you know, they give me a warning again and I appeal again. So, and now obviously, I don't know if it worked, if that system worked, but for some reason, each time, even on my personal account now, I'm not blocked anymore. They don't put me in jail.
Well, so, maybe because it's the same when I did the giant boob event. When I did the giant boob event, my personal account is, they put something on it that I can do, they won't block me on it. But because they don't know my business account, or they don't know my inside private support group, they still block me on that. So maybe they put a note where you complain, they noticed, I don't know. But, you know, at the end of the day, the woman at Instagram, she was adamant that we shouldn't be going through this because they allow mastectomy pictures and they have to find a way around it.
Yeah.
So let's just keep pushing every day. I'm messaging her every day. I'm in front of her face all the time. So I really hope we can celebrate in September, but if not, we are ready.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got a closer picture too, you know, just the areola, not the entire boob, but just a picture of the areola.
Well, she said the algorithm will look for scars. So say you've got somebody that's I don't know if you know, like skin sparing, where you put the areola where there's no scar anywhere else. Apparently that's more likely to get blocked than if you've got someone that's got the scar across the top there. That's less likely to, because the algorithm recognizes that as mastectomy. But you know, at the end of the day, what can you do? Only work on people that are really scarred and post it up? No, because you want to put your work up and show how incredible you can look again. Right. Anything else? Well, we are growing, ladies. We are getting bigger. Let's just keep on. I'm going to start dropping, Lisa was saying, I'm going to start dropping the odd picture of me in a boob, the odd t-shirt. I'm going to start just teasing a little bit to just start putting stuff out, not giving too much away. I was saying what it is, but I'm just going to start posting. So I'll ask to share, and you know, what I'll do is I'll talk more in the WhatsApp group. And anybody who's watching this and listening to this that's not in this room, who's watching it on YouTube or anything, either put your phone number on the YouTube, I'll check that as well, message me on Facebook, or go to the link Vicky Martin Method / stand up to Facebook and put your name in the email list. I'll put all of it in the link on YouTube as well. Right. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sweating. Well, thank you all for being here. And I will see you all again in 3 weeks' time. Does everybody know what they need to do for the next 3 weeks? Cool. I'll see you all in the WhatsApp group as well. By the way, warning, I love a GIF. I like
So do I.
GIF away. I love a GIF. And have an absolute gorgeous week, and I will speak to you all soon. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye, Vicky.
Thank you. Bye, ladies.
Bye.